And good morning. Hey guys, I'm Karen Taradas with Social U. It is time for What's Up Wednesday, where we come to you live every Wednesday morning to talk about social media marketing and digital marketing tips, tricks, and trends. Today we're continuing our February theme of love. Love is in the air. So is the flu. Wash your hands. Uh, and we're talking about businesses that we love. I am all about local business. I am in particular about female owned local business. But today we're going to talk about local businesses that we love, not just me, my team, everybody contributed. And I've broken it down into categories because why not? We have food and retail and service and community. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let's start with food because why not start with food? Ashley Max, I absolutely love them, love them. And again, female owned business. She has a great starter story. There's actually a video that was posted about the owner and getting started, just like Cookie Fix, which is our number 2 on the food list. If you haven't had the opportunity to check out Cookie Fix, I highly recommend you do. It is it's a game changer. It's one of our favorite places. When we have our team is of course remote and we have people all over the country, and when we come together, that's what everybody wants. They want Cookie Fix and Ashley Max. So if that tells you anything, my folks coming from Texas and Ohio, that's what they want. And Bluff Park ice cream, which is also amazing. And there are so many local ice cream places that are great. I love Bluff Park. It's locally owned. I think the owners are amazing. And of course, they have some of the best flavors ever. Truly. And I had the opportunity this year. I've recommended Naughty but Nice popcorn before. I got to taste got to sample her popcorn at a conference a couple of years ago, and I really liked it. But this year, I included it as one of the parts of gift baskets for my team for Christmas, and I got to sample some of her other flavors and meet the owner, and just super impressed. Love the owner. She is actually was actually nominated and won Business Owner of the Year locally. She's great, and her product is great. And how interesting! I wouldn't have, who would have thought kettle corn would be so big? And it's awesome, and it's such a good product. Again, my entire team loves it. Wild Rose Cafe. I am not big into the coffee. I am a tea person because that's how it should be. And if you are a coffee person, Wild Rose Cafe is delightful. But if you're a tea person, and I am, Tea and Time, she's local. Anita owns that company, and she sells some of the coolest flavors ever. I'd got to say, blueberry and sugar cookie are to die for. If you're a tea connoisseur, if you're a tea person, her holiday flavors are amazing. Again, blueberry, and I'm not a fruity tea drinker. I'm normally a black tea, grow hair on your chest, super caffeinated, don't sleep for 2 days. But her dessert teas and her specialty teas are incredible. Okay, so moving out of the food category into retail, there's only 3 retail shops listed. Again, I think they're all female owned. I'm sensing a trend here because out of all of the ones in the first one, there was only one male owned business. Sorry, guys. But it is what it is. So our 3 retails, my favorite retail maybe ever. I love Alabama Goods. It is one of my favorite places to shop. I, without fail, shop there for Christmas every single year. They have the most unique jewelry and pottery, and they have amazing food items that are local. Of course, it's all local because it's Alabama Goods. That's what they do. They only buy and sell stuff that's local. That's their entire platform for business. Excuse me. They only promote local artists, local items, and it's amazing. I am never disappointed when I order anything from there. They actually put together the baskets for my team for Christmas, just stunningly gorgeous. And I gave them some really weird stuff to include. Of course, had to get some pottery from there because it's gorgeous, but gave them a couple of weirdly shaped pieces to include, and the packaging was gorgeous. And it doesn't matter if you go pick it up or if it's shipping across the country, it looks just as good when you take it out of the box as when it went into the box. I don't know what magic that is, but their stuff travels very well. Number 2 on the retail list is the Dirty Hippie. Also local, unique. It's got a couple of pieces of jewelry, but mostly clothing. Got some great, very unique clothing pieces. And they got on my radar because I like their Instagram account. I actually, my gym is right down the street from where they're located, but I love them. It's, again, very unique, female owned. I'm here for it. And the third retail on the list is called Sojourn's Fair Trade. They promote no sweatshop labor, no child labor, no forced labor. The artisans are paid a fair and living wage, and they work in safe conditions. I am so sorry. So they and everything, they work with over 400 artisan cooperatives in 60 countries. 60% are women, which is huge. And many of those women have been liberated or protected from sex trafficking. So your purchase from there actually supports these women who have been rescued or liberated. I hate to use the word rescued, liberated, but they have, you talk about unique items. There are some extremely unique items there. That's something that you might want to check out if you haven't had a chance to check it out so far. And they carry a wide variety of items. But again, they work with over 600 countries and 400 artisans, and it's all above board, legal, no kids, no sweatshop labor, no forced labor, great work model. Okay, now we're going to move into our third category, which is service. And I have several on here who, again, I just love. We're going to start with our web guy. I got to quit calling him our web guy. Our webmaster, whose company name is Page One. He does all of the hosting for any client we work with. We recommend that he hosts their website because he's local. He backs everything up on a local server. He's quick to respond. And most importantly, to me, I think this is a huge selling point. He includes, with his hosting, edits are included for your website, which I think is amazing. Plus, I just love him. He's been around forever. I don't know if you've had a negative experience with a web person, but I sure have, which is the reason I love the web guy that we have. So Page One Promotions. Awesome. Love him. Miss Annie's Home Kitchen is number 2. Miss Annie has, if you follow her on Facebook, she does recipe demonstrations, and she has her first cookbook. It looks amazing, and her videos are great. She's very relatable. She makes stuff that's not super complicated, which I love. I love looking at recipes and Southern Living as much as the next guy, but if it's got 15 ingredients, it is not happening at my house. If it takes 4 hours, it is also not happening at my house. So I like Miss Annie because her stuff is relatable and it's good, and you don't have to, it's not super complicated, which I love. The third on our service list is Any Reason to Plan. She is a local planner. She does weddings and events. Tara, she's great. If you have a chance to work with her decor that she sets up, it's always lovely. And she's a joy to work with. Number 4 on the list, Prop House Designs, and Prop House is on my radar right now. We're getting ready for a conference next month, and Prop House is providing the furniture for our booth, including sofas and rugs and throw pillows. Who knew? They have the coolest stuff that you can rent, whether you're having a wedding or whether you're having a big party. You want giant letters to spell out Mr. and Mrs. They've got that. You want a huge concrete planter that you can put flowers in that reach the ceiling. They've got that. Their stuff is amazing. Aside from the hothouse side, which is the florist side, which is also pretty amazingly impressive. How many florists do you know that are certified designers? Mandy, she's the only one I know. But Prop House, their stuff is just, it's so cool. And their warehouse is not open for public consumption, but if you have the opportunity to work with them, you should really schedule your trip to their office just so you can see the cool stuff they have. It's amazing. Next on the list is Gopro. She is also local. She owns 2 separate businesses. She has Venue that she owns, Bridge Street, which is gorgeous, and you can have weddings or events, whatever you want to have there. But Gopro, she is a professional event planner, and when I say professional event planner, I mean event planner on a huge scale. When you see these giant well-oiled, super functional, just clockwork events that are happening. And I can't even think to give you a good example. The conference that we are attending in the next few weeks, her and her team are the ones who have set it up. They've taken care of all the sponsors. They're setting up the booths. They make sure you get in and get out. And she's everywhere. She did this conference a couple of years ago, and every time you look up, her or one of her team members right there. Jennifer, she's amazing. So if you have a large event or you're at a large, if your company is organizing a very large event, GoPro is always going to be a great option for you. Next on the list, get a real estate life. If you're a realtor and you want to advance your business, Jenny Williams, she markets directly to realtors to help them grow their business. I have worked with her for many years, and I got to tell you, she's got one of the biggest fan clubs I've ever seen, because she's all about helping. She's all about what can she do for you? How can she assist you? How can she give you additional information? She's just great. So if you are in real estate and you want to move forward, get a real estate life, great company for you to look into. Okay, our fourth category is community, because you cannot ignore the nonprofits. There's too many awesome nonprofits to not bring them into that. So let's start the first one, Workshop Inc. They've been around for over 120 years, and their whole name is Workshops Empowerment Inc. But they provide employment opportunities to people with disabilities, which I think is amazing. And they have a secondary division called We Made, and We Made generates products. Those products are handmade by people who go through their training program, their workforce development program in Birmingham, and it provides jobs and job training and employment opportunities for people who have disabilities or other barriers to employment. That is amazing. So the items that are made by people who have disabilities, and when they're sold, that money goes back into the program to support other people with disabilities. I love the concept. They're a great nonprofit, great to work with. Seriously, Workshops is great. Number 3 on our list, Momentum. I cannot tell you, life-changing. Momentum is a leadership development program for executive and early career women. It is one of the best decisions I ever made. I went through the program this past year. I am now an alumni. Love it. Some of the best connections I've ever made. They have an upward program for younger women in their 20s and 30s who are just starting their career and moving forward and want to learn more about how to advance and get their mentor program is totally free and anybody can participate. So if you need a mentor, or if you want to volunteer your time as a mentor, again, I got to participate in their mentor program also. It is amazing. It's very fulfilling. And if you are female and that interests you, I highly recommend it. That conference is coming up March 16th and 17th, and you can only get tickets through the end of this month. So if that's something you're interested in attending, and you will have not only some of the most amazing speakers, because you'll have some great keynotes and some really great breakout speakers, you'll also have an awesome networking opportunity. Lots of executive women there. And then number 4 on our list of community is Lakeshore Foundation. They promote independence for people with physical or other disabling conditions. So again, just another great resource for people with disabilities. And that is it for me. These are some of the things that we love that are local. I can tell you I love and support them. My money goes to these places, whether it's a donation or a purchase. I'm all about it. Love local businesses. You just can't beat a local business. I'm not saying that franchises are not great. They are, but I just can't pass up the opportunity to support other local businesses. Okay. So next month, I think we're going to do a Google YouTube combo for our topics for next month. I've had several requests for Google My Business. So I want to kind of dive into that so you guys understand what it can do for you and how you can set it up. Or if it's too much trouble, of course, I have a recommendation for someone who can do it for you. Also, we can talk about SEO, and we can talk kind of let that bridge into YouTube. So I think let's get into Google next month. You guys let me know if you have any questions or if there's anything you need. That's what we're here for. If you have anything you want to talk about, you can leave a comment here. We do monitor those. You can send me a direct message. You are, of course, welcome to send me an email or give me a phone call as well. Thank you for joining me today. I am Karen Taradas, and until next week, I'm here to help. Thanks.